yogis is they are able to fully transcend the mind, the ego, because the mind can never be satiated. It's like a flame that constantly burns, keeps taking, but it never dies down. It's never quenched. You can never quench this fire. The mind wants, the mind takes, the mind compares. This is all the mind does when you're using it for all the wrong purposes. You need to be very aware of how you use your mind. Use thought when necessary. Turn your thought off when unnecessary. And this is how yogis go about this, is they practice this every day. They practice yoga. They practice thinking on one thing and sticking to thinking on just one thing. And that keeps a straight path within their own head. So eventually they can reach a state where they're not afflicted by any sort of thought patterns at all, because they're practicing dulling that cycle or that system within themselves. They suppress it. They focus on suppressing thoughts, and eventually there's a lot of gaps that come between the thoughts. And over time, the thoughts stop completely, and they have a full breakthrough, full awakening, because they realize that the mind cannot bring true joy. And think about how you were when you were a kid. Think back to how you were when you were a kid. If you didn't experience a whole lot of trauma from childhood, then how you were when you were a kid was extremely joyful, full of life, very pranic. But someone came along and made you miserable. It's the reverse issue now. You're an adult and you need someone to make you happy. See, when you were a kid, someone had to come along to make you miserable because you were always happy. But now you're always miserable, so you need someone to come along, someone or something like a drug or whatever else, to come along and make you happy. That's the ego talking, because you can't heal your trauma, or you can't heal your afflictions that you deal with within yourself. You deal with the illusion of reality. You're not dealing with reality itself. All you're dealing with is your programming and your perspective on how you see life.